Hi, and welcome to the first episode of Vegetarian Meals Made Easy. Today, I'm teaching you how to make this, my rice slop with mushrooms. It's an easy meal to make. I would give it maybe a 1 out of 5. Stay tuned and learn how. See y'all later. Hey guys, okay, so the things that you're going to need are 1 mushroom, pieces of onion, I like to use yellow onion, and a little bit of rice. For this, we're actually only going to use a ½ cup of rice. And this right here is actually my measuring cup. I'm only going to measure until this line right here because I know that that is a ½ cup. One thing you'll also need is a little bit of oil. We actually prefer to use canola oil here because it is lower fat. So I hope that that's... But it's also able to use butter mixed with olive oil, which is also really good. It's just not near as good as for you. So. Alright, so on my frying pan, I actually only put a little bit of canola oil, and I only turn the temperature up to an 8. I don't know if y'all can see that. There it goes. And I have my rice perfectly measured. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up my onion into small pieces, and I'm going to clean and cut up my mushroom as well. Alrighty, so I got everything cut up, and I've got my onions in the bowl here. My mushroom is cut up over on the other side. Now I'm going to take my cup of rice, and I'm actually going to put it straight to the oil. And I'm doing this, and I'm going to be stirring it with a spatula. And I'm doing this so I can get it a little bit crispy, and so that way it'll retain some of the flavor from the oils. What you're going to do is you're going to fry it until it's a little bit golden. And this actually isn't that bad for you. It's just the fact that you're frying it that makes it a little bit bad. But nobody has to know it's a little bit naughty. But still, just get it fully coated in the oil and then let it cook on that level 8. Not completely high, but a high medium. Just for a little while, let it sizzle up a little bit until it's a little bit golden brown. You guys should be able to hear this little sizzle. Looks yummy. Alright, now I haven't put the onions in yet for a reason. The onions I'm actually going to put in when the rice gets about halfway fried. I'm going to put the onions in when it gets about halfway fried. I don't know if y'all can actually see the pan. Sorry, I'm working off a laptop. There it goes. You just keep it at a constant stir just to make sure nothing burns. You can hear some of them popping and they're jumping all over the place. It's actually a good thing. That means they're actually starting to heat up. What this frying process does is it actually gives it a little bit more of the flavor, and it brings the natural flavors of the rice out. So that way you can taste all the natural flavors. And kind of gives it a little nutty taste. Alright, so when the rice starts to get a little bit golden brown, that's when you're actually going to throw in your little bit of onion. Here I've got about a ¼ cup of onion. You'll hear it sizzling on the pan. You're going to fry up the onion with the rice for a little bit, just until it's about transparent. And then you're going to put in 1 cup of water. So basically, just the rule of thumb is, for however much rice you have, you're going to put in twice as much water. Because I put a ½ cup of rice, I'm putting 1 cup of water. Let those onions cook up just a little bit. I'm going to get my water here. Woo! There's my cup of water. I'll just give it a little quick stir, just to make sure it's not too hot here. Bring it up to a boil again. And note, I have not yet put in the mushrooms. The mushrooms are still sitting right here cut up. Hear that coming to a quick boil. I'm going to put in a little pepper. Well, a lot of pepper. I like pepper. And a little bit of salt. What this does is it A, flavors it, and B, it also brings up, makes the water have to be a little bit higher in order for it to bubble. So basically the water's a little bit hotter and it's cooking a little faster. Alright, now that I've got it on a full rolling boil, I'm actually going to cover this, and I'm going to put the temperature down on 3, between 3 and 4, just to make sure it'll simmer, but I'm also going to cover it here in just a moment, and I'll be right back when the rice is done. It'll take about 20 minutes for it to cook. Alrighty guys, so the rice is actually starting to look pretty much cooked for the most part. I just took the lid off and I just stirred it. It's still hard, but it is semi-cooked. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put in my mushrooms. Stir them up. That'll just get those cooked down just a little bit and give it a little more flavor to the rice. Alright, now I'm going to recover it, and I'll be back when it's done. Alright guys, so I added my mushrooms, and then I decided to add in a little chives, some more salt and pepper, and I ended up adding a little bit of butter just because I figured it needed the flavor. Now I'm just finishing it up on the frying pan. This is pretty much done. I added a little bit of oregano as well, and some onion powder. I've already tasted it. It tastes pretty good, so it's already pretty much done. I'm getting ready to take that out of the pan right now. Just turn that off. Alrighty, here we go. Now, you can either wrap it up in a tortilla or with a little bit of cheese, or you can be like me and just eat it straight out of the bowl. And there you have it. That's my rice slop with mushrooms. Mmm, good.